who is the best fan base that you've interacted with? And by contrast, who's the worst?
Yeah. The best fan base that I've ever been around is definitely Tennessee. I'm serious. I
Say it
was
louder for the kid in the back. We get a lot of flack from people.
I love Tennessee, and I actually took my bachelor trip up to Tennessee. We were staying in a cabin. It was 12 dudes. We took a van and we stayed in a cabin up in Tennessee, and we went to the LSU Tennessee game at Tennessee. God, what year was that? 2017, maybe. It was like a monsoon game. I mean, it
Oh
rained like
God, y'all went to
crazy.
that
We
game
went to that
where
game, and it
it
was
was
a
raining
blast.
cats and dogs the entire time, and
Yeah.
I think y'all beat us by like 2 or 3 touchdowns. That was a bad game for us.
Yeah, you
Uh,
weren't that great, but we met some amazing people. And one of those guys is Big Orange Mac, who became a big friend of the program. He was buying us drinks. It was a good, like, welcoming environment. Um, I think both teams at the time were probably going through some growing pains, so we weren't really at each other's throats. It wasn't as if, you know, we've got some hardware to flash from the previous few years, and neither did Tennessee. So we were kind of feeling as if let's enjoy this different environment and let's meet these people. And they were very welcoming. We had a great time. The stadium was fun. The weather did move in and it was wild, but Big Orange Mac has been in touch with us since that game. And he was actually just destroyed on Barstool. He called into the Brandon Walker show and had a little segment
okay,
with him.
that was a bad idea.
Yeah, and he just
Talking to
destroyed
Brandon
him.
Walker is a great way to ruin your day.
Yeah.
Every time I see a tweet from him on Twitter, I'm just like, I don't want to hear what he has to say.
No, he blocked me. He blocked me because I was getting after him. It was too much.
Yeah.
But I was defending Big Orange Mac, and that was a Tennessee fan that we met up there who was a great guy. We met all of his buddies, and it was fun. I got tired of the song, I'll be honest, after some time, and
That's understandable.
it was only because every bar we went into, every restaurant we went into, it just was played at nauseum. And then when you get in the stadium, you're like, oh, this is where it should be played, but it's nonstop all day. So by the end of it, I'm like, I'm over this. Everything else, class act, great time. Um, Also, Ole Miss is one of the worst ones. Okay. I want to throw that out there. I think that was the follow-up question.
Right, the
Who is
worst.
the
Yep.
worst fan base? It's a tie between Ole Miss and A&M. Ole Miss and A&M, to be honest with you, are the worst fans. They are both of them. They are the same people. They're except one's a cult in military outfits. That one's a cult in military outfits. The other is daddy's money with the Bama bangs, but they can't go to Bama. Like there's something about Ole Miss fans that they don't pay attention to anything until they beat somebody, and then all of a sudden they're the best damn team on the block.
No, that
And
sounds like most Georgia fans I know.
Oh, come
Good.
off
well,
it.
they've got some hardware to
Wes,
back
I'm not. I'm not
that.
wrong. I'm not wrong.
You're referring to
Um,
bandwagon fans, my friend.
yeah. A&M, on the other
They're the
hand,
same thing.
they're very much in the same boat. You know, they have something to defend. They've got a lot. They're beating their chest, but there's nothing in the cabinet. There's no hardware. There's no, like, what are you building? What are you basing this aggression off of? Like who are you? And I married into an Aggie family, so her
Oh
so
no.
that's a little bit of an extra element there. So we go to some games. They come to the games with us when we're in town. Um, they're great, but going to those games with them and meeting their friends and the tailgates and being in a seven overtime game by myself, walking out of that stadium, never again.
I
Never
could
again.
I could see that.
Vicious people.